This is Chicago. At the dawn of the 21st century, Chicago's media was dominated by a handful of major corporations. But a resistance movement arose to free Chicago's media from their clutches. One player in this movement is the Chicago Independent Media Center and its TV show, Chicago Independent Television. The Independent Media Center is a worldwide network of grassroots correspondents committed to using the tools of the media for promoting social and economic justice. You are watching this month's dispatch from the Chicago Independent Media Center.
Welcome to Chicago Independent Television, a collection of progressive video reports by grassroots workers produced free from commercial or corporate support or influence. I'm your host, Brittany Harthen, talking to you from Neighbors Community Garden in Logan Square. In this episode, we'll see another test of the First Amendment in a protest of Israel's foreign policy. Then we'll get a dose of immigration myth-busting by Jorge Mujica. Plus, we'll learn why single-payer healthcare may be just the medicine that America needs to reduce rates and improve quality of treatment. Stay with us.
Mr. Bishop, I want to use this picture on the front page of our next issue.
Oh, come now, Nancy. We can't print a picture like that. Paper is read by people all over the city. Just think what a picture like that would do to the reputation of our newspaper.
I don't think we should hide things just because they're unpleasant. How do we stop things like this if we don't let the people know they're happening?
Chicago Independent Television is not brought to you by AT&T, the company lobbying hard to destroy network neutrality and public access television. Learn more at SaveTheInternet.com. AT&T, your world degraded. Nor by Blackwater, a worldwide leader in security and murder. Learn more at blackwaterbook.com. Blackwater, we kill innocent Iraqis so that you can feel more secure.
Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. The Jewish United Fund arranged a parade on June 5th, Israel's Independence Day, as a fundraiser for their organization. Several groups who oppose the policies of Zionist Israeli authorities towards Palestinians arranged their own action. This action took place along the walk's route, which made for some interesting interactions.
I'm Neil Resnikoff from the Chicagoans Against Apartheid in Palestine, and we take up, among other things, the international call for boycott, divestment, and sanctions against Israel, not only as an apartheid state, but one that's completely illegal and unjust in terms of having stolen Palestinian land with the backing of the U.S. government using our tax money. As part of the general campaign to boycott, divest from, and have sanctions against Israel for its illegal and unjust occupation of the Palestinian land, many of us have been coming out each year when the Zionist community has a march for Israel. We've been, when I say we, Chicagoans Against Apartheid in Palestine, Jewish Voice for Peace, and some others have been going out to the particular march at Anshe Emet Synagogue area, which is on North Broadway, north of Addison, for the last few years. And what we do there is raise the issues to them, to the passersby, and to people in passing vehicles. And interestingly and surprisingly enough, we usually get some thumbs up and some support for the people going in for the march, for the walk, for Israel. We also get a lot of opposition, but we have debate and discussion with the people as possible about the issues, hoping that they'll think about it, that the younger people and the kids will think about it. Well, on this past Sunday, we distributed leaflets opposing the apartheid in Palestine and bringing out the injustice of the occupation. We distributed hundreds of leaflets to the people coming into the assembly area for the Walk for Israel, as well as to passers-by. A few passers-by actually joined us and our line of placards and banner. And we made our presence known to the people coming in on the sidewalk adjacent to the assembly area. And over the last year or two, we've made it clear to the huge security force that's been hired by the march sponsors that we have every right to be on the public sidewalk and to talk to people as they go by. So we weren't hassled this year, particularly by security or the police.
I'm Tom Baker, and a lot of work I do here in Chicago is around the solidarity of the people of Nicaragua and Central America. That's how long we've been involved. But a lot of Chicago is a strong activist community, and I've known Neil for years. We've joined in many actions over the years. This particular event, how it was significant for me, was observing the people's conduct and understanding their points of view. But the conflict with Palestine has gone on much, much too long. It costs too much. It's going nowhere. It needs to end. But the resistance of people I was observing, the manner in which they walk, there was no dialogue. Some people were well, the privilege of arrogance and of knowing better than others and of not being open to conversation and sharing in concerns, of working out a mutual resolution to a major issue, overcoming historical obstacles to we the people having better control of our own lives and our own destiny. These were exhibited to me, the difficulties we face in the way that some of these people attending the walk responded to us.
So this is when the march is beginning, and we're saying with the megaphone, how about opposing the Israeli occupation of the Palestinian land?
I got bumped into. Someone didn't like the information, didn't like us being there, and kind of just gently let me know, and I said, that's a little bit too much, bro.
So this fellow here in the red shirt is, he has a hat on called security, but he's a volunteer for the, from the congregation for the march, for the Walk for Israel. So he's trying to censor the presentation, but he wasn't very successful about it because the sound could be easily heard by everybody.
Palestinian land. It's an illegal occupation, an unjust occupation. How about opposing the Israeli occupation of the Palestinian land? Thou shalt not steal.
I think it was the action was very good. Many people very receptive, and most people want to see this conflict resolved, a peaceful end to the conflicts there.
Chicago Independent Television is not brought to you by Coca-Cola, whose logo is stained red by the blood of murdered Colombian labor union organizers. Learn more at killercoke.org. Coke, the drink of the death squads. Nor by McDonald's, environmental destruction, unhealthy food, low wages, and repressed labor rights, and lawsuits against people who talk about it. Learn more at mclibel.org. McDonald's, I'm not loving it.